Think about it. Real killers who value their freedom do not have a customer service department, live chat, or money-back guarantees if you are not satisfied. In the end, the only thing that will arrive at your door after clicking buy is not a stealthy hitman, but a SWAT team with an arrest warrant in your name. So get this straight before searching for illegal stuff on Google. Internet hitmen are like that supermodel girlfriend you met in a chat room. They simply do not exist. Number 6. The Rookie. Take the real case of Santra Sanchez Gale as an example. This 15-year-old boy from North London took a contract to kill a woman named Gulistan Subasi. His payment was £200. Yeah, you did not hear that wrong. He agreed to take a human life for just the price of a pair of mid-range headphones. But the kicker is that, after pulling the trigger, instead of vanishing without a trace or switching cars 3 times, this notorious killer simply hailed a cab home. Picture that scene. He just committed a murder and is sitting in the back of a cab, probably checking his phone the whole ride. He left behind so much forensic evidence and digital footprints that the cops did not have to investigate much. They practically just had to follow the trail right to his house. No plan, no street smarts, just impulsive stupidity. He is the perfect example of a killer at this level. Number 5. The Amateur. In movies, when a man is pushed to the edge, he unlocks a hidden talent and becomes a brilliant anti-hero. But reality is much more pathetic. We are talking about average Joes drowning in gambling debts or mortgages who decide that killing is a viable career option to pay off their debts. A stupid decision. In reality, it is just the quickest way to get a life sentence. And please do not expect high-tech weapons here. Since they do not have real criminal connections, their weapons are anything they find in their garage or kitchen drawer. We are talking about rusty hammers, bread knives, or baseball bats. And since they are terrified, they almost always fail miserably. There are recorded cases where they attack the wrong person because they were too nervous to verify the photo. Or worse yet, the victim notices that the attacker is shaking and ends up beating the crap out of the supposed killer. Basically, the majority of aspiring hitmen end their career right here. Number 4. The Journeyman. At this level, these guys view murder as an administrative job. They view the act of killing with the same emotion that a plumber views a clogged pipe. You call the plumber to fix a leak, and criminals call the journeyman so someone stops consuming oxygen. They do not hate you. They simply have a work order to complete. Unlike the amateurs we saw before, these guys have real skills. They know how to use guns, and they know how to get away. However, their biggest weakness is that they are not invisible. Generally, they have rap sheets longer than your list of monthly bills. The local police already know their addresses, their cars, and even their street names. It is just a matter of time before their luck runs out. So forget about the mystery. They are not untouchable ghosts. They are simply diligent working-class employees in the underground economy. Number 3. The Cartel Hitman. You surely imagine drug cartel killers like this using silencers and complex military tactics to avoid detection. But the reality in places like Medellin or Sinaloa is less elegant and much more terrifying. Take, for example, John Jairo Velasquez, known worldwide as Popeye Pablo Escobar's chief enforcer. Men like him do not care about stealth. In fact, stealth is counterproductive. For a cartel hitman, public brutality is their trademark. It is their form of corporate marketing. Why secretly poison an enemy when you can blow up his car in the middle of the city in broad daylight? These killers do not operate in the shadows. They operate in broad daylight, using machine guns and explosives without worrying about witnesses or the police. Their logic is purely terror. Popeye admitted to having personally killed 300 people and coordinated the death of another 3,000. For them, human life has no intrinsic value. It is just a logistical obstacle for the drug trade. At this level, death becomes industrialized and loses all emotional meaning. Like a twisted version of that famous quote, "Killing one person is a tragedy, but killing 300 is simply one more line on the resume of a cartel hitman looking for a promotion." Number 2. The Mysterious One. This is the level that leaves criminology at a dead end. Researchers from the University of Birmingham, after studying hundreds of cases, proposed a disturbing hypothesis. Everything we know about killers comes from those who were caught. By definition, if your name is in a police database or a university study, you failed at your job. But what about those who never fail? Experts theorize that this elite group exists precisely because we have absolutely no data on them. They have no criminal record, no gang tattoos, and do not operate in the local criminal world. Imagine a person who arrives from another continent with a tourist visa, stays in a legal hotel, makes you stop worrying about your health permanently, and then flies back to his country before anyone sees your body. It is not a crime of passion, there is no paper trail, and there is no history. They are invisible to the justice system because their behavior is outside the patterns that the police look for. Their victims could be somewhere in the statistics of missing persons or accidental deaths. An irony, their existence is proven by the disturbing fact that there is no proof. It is a dead